Friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram, welcoming you all to the Cricket Happening Show this on a Sunday. What I have for you this Sunday on the Cricket Happening Show is basically three matches. England versus India. England doing marvelously, 155 for 8. Joe Root in pink form right now in the year 2021. He has two double centuries already, and he is going absolutely strong. And definitely, I would say the England are in the driver's seat right now. And as Joe Root promised, it looks like they are almost coming close to the target of 600 or 700. England are going towards a mammoth total against India in the first test match. And as far as Pakistan versus South Africa were concerned, Pakistan and South Africa are definitely, Pakistan are leading by 200 runs. Pakistan currently at 129 for 6. So as I said, they are leading by 200 runs. Game on here. There is some variable bounce here at the Rawalpindi pitch. And definitely there will be a lot of turn as well. So the Pakistani spinners will definitely come into the equation, according to me. And I think we really have a game on hand. But definitely nothing is discounted as far as. So I'll talk about that match as well. And Bangladesh versus West Indies. I can say that Bangladesh are definitely on the ascendant. West Indies have been set a target of 395, a cracker of a final day coming up there at Chattogram in Bangladesh, where West Indies are needing 285 runs more to win the match. So definitely the pitch is, the ball being low, the ball is also turning pretty quickly, and I think it will be a real a real stiff target for them. It's achievable 285, but definitely looking at the way the pitch is behaving, and especially considering that we are going into the final day, I think it is going to be a sort of a very tough task. But definitely one is waiting to see what really goes on there. Also, the Big Bash League finally 2020-21 has ended. Sydney Sixers have annexed the title. They have gone on to their third Big Bash titles, as the Sixers won by 27 runs against the Perth Scorchers. As James Swens, I'm sure this particular performance from James Swens, getting the player of the finals with his 95, such an elegant batsman, and he has definitely been out of the England team only due to not being able to produce consistent results. But I think in this Big Bash, James Swens has really shown that what a big asset he could be for England. With his elegance that he has, and he has been consistent as well as he has been delivering the results, and that's what is important when you play. So these are the things I'm going to start off with. But let's first head on to the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium between England and India and look at the scorecard there. That scorecard, let's look at a massive scorecard right now. England are placed, but before I just go into it, I want to say something regarding this particular match. The observation that I have made, as you know, Kuldeep Yadav has been a passenger in the Tour of Australia, but not taking any credit away from India. But I was just wondering that when Akshar Patel was selected and Akshar Patel was not fit to play due to an injury, I wouldn't really understand the reason behind Kuldeep Yadav not being selected. And in fact, they went and selected Shahbaz Nadeem, not really criticizing the move, but one thought that Kuldeep Yadav, with all his experience, could be probably have been played. That is my take of the whole situation. But as I said, Shahbaz Nadeem, well, he has picked up wickets, but I always thought that instead of going to the reserves, Kuldeep Yadav could have been picked into the team. Well, this is purely my opinion. And now let's look at the England card there. And this pitch, as you know, M.A. Chidambaram Stadium is a new curator. And the new curator has, in his interview, definitely mentioned that this pitch is going to have everything. It's going to have pace, it is going to have bounce, it is going to have turn, it is going to have reverse swing, everything, you name it and you'll have it. But so far, I wouldn't say got much glimpses of those things. So let's see how the pitch behaves on the third day. At England, I can tell you, in the box seat right now, 555 for 8, batting first against England. Good toss to win for England there. And if you look at the card there, Rory Burns made 33 with 2 boundaries. Rory Burns, if you look at it, looks a bit ungainly, but definitely very effective. 33 with 2 boundaries. Dom Sibley, what a knock from him. I mean, he can be considered a real grafter for England, and I think he's an absolute opener. I mean, I wouldn't say it's still a lot of time to go, but definitely one has to give credit for him. He struggled against Sri Lanka, but then regained his touch in that victory in the company of Joe Root. And I'm sure Dom Sibley has taken a leaf out of Root's book and know how to play spin. And I think one has to credit this innings of Dom Sibley. Very unfortunate that he was dismissed on the last ball of the day by Jasprit Bumrah. 87 with 12 boundaries. Well played, Dom Sibley. Lawrence got a peach of a delivery from Bumrah, and he was dismissed for naught. So not a good beginning for Lawrence in his first dig in India. And definitely, but Lawrence, one knows that he is a very talented bloke. But what to talk about Joe Root? Absolutely in the pink of form. What a 2020. 2020, he has just put it back now. As far as Joe Root is concerned, 2021, he's marching with confidence. He has tons of runs in a few matches. He made 218, his second double century in the year 2021, coming in a span of just 2 months. Tremendous stuff this from Joe Root. And he's the one who is leading absolutely from the front. 218, and this man really showed how to play spin in Sri Lanka. He has come here once again, and against the quality Indian spin attack, he has once again done his job. What a player. Joe Root, 218, 19 fours and 2 sixes. Ben Stokes, one thought probably will be rusty, but not. He contributed a very handsome 82 with 10 fours and 3 sixes. Everyone contributed. Pope made 34 with 3 boundaries. Butler making 30 with 5 boundaries. In fact, the tail is also wagging beautifully. Jofra Archer was dismissed the first ball for a block by Ishan Sharma. Dom Best is not out on 28. As I said, Jake Leach is not out on 6. And these two players, what they have done best is they have definitely weathered the new ball. The second new ball that has been taken. Yes, I think the third new ball is supposed. Looking at the figures there. And I think they have definitely done a wonderful job. They have put 30 runs for the final wicket. And as I said, they are 555 for 8. 2 more wickets to go. Still Anderson still to come. Probably what Joe Root said at the beginning, that they will be going for a score of anything in the range of 600 to 700. They are not far away. 45 runs there. But as I said, if you look at the bowling from the Indians, Bumrah playing one could not even believe it that he was playing his first test at home. He has been playing only abroad, and this was his first test at home. And I thought, he is the one who has been the most penetrative. 31 overs, 4 maidens, 2 for 81 for Bumrah. Ishan Sharma, 2 for 52. Did well yesterday to bring India back a bit into this match. Ashwin, 2 for 132, has done his job pretty well. But as I said, the pitch has not been assisted. Nadeem has been featured. Nadeem has picked up the wicket of Joe Root, so he'll be very happy about that. 2 for 167. Sundar has not got much purchase out of the wickets. None for 98. Rohit Sharma showed some Harbhajan Singh style bowling. 2 overs, none for 7. And so that is as far as England and India were concerned. The next match that we are talking about, we are heading towards the match between Pakistan and South Africa. Let's have a look at the card. As I said, Pakistan are leading by 200 runs going into day 4, and we look at the card there. So Pakistan batted first in this second test match. They were bowled out for 272. Babar Azam, the captain, coming up the flowing innings of 77 with 12 boundaries. Fawad Alam making 45. Brilliant throw from Temba Bavuma. Brilliant run out there. Fawad Alam nodded his head in acknowledgement for that run out. So you could just feel what a brilliant piece of fielding it was from Temba Bavuma. Absolutely sweeping on the ball and in one motion throwing the stumps at the non-striker's end. Fahim Ashraf definitely showing more and more glimpses of a wonderful all-rounder that he's developing into. Fahim Ashraf was not out on 70 yet, and it's only due to Fahim Ashraf that Pakistan managed to put up a respectable score of 272 on the board. Fahim Ashraf not out 78 with 12 boundaries included in that. Well played, Fahim Ashraf. 272 all out. Henri Norgay getting a fifer there. His third fifer in Test cricket. 24.3 overs, 8 maidens, 56 runs and 5 wickets. And what Norgay showed in this particular match, even though Rawalpindi is known for assisting the pace bowlers, but what one saw from Norgay after he spoke at the post press match conference that this particular pitch is something where one has to, if you can bend your back, pace can also fetch wickets. That's what he showed. 5 for 56 for Norgay, 3 for 90 for Keshav. South Africa batted and in reply were bowled out for 201, conceding a lead of 71 runs to Pakistan. If you look at the batting card there, Bavuma definitely put a dogged resistance, 44 with 5 boundaries. He remained unbeaten at the end of the innings. Quinton de Kock with aggressive 29. Van Mulder was told to take the aggressive stance in the partnership between Mulder and Bavuma. Mulder making 33, 3 fours and 1 6. 201 all out. Hassan Ali amongst the wickets, absolutely in full form there. 15.4 overs, 2 maidens, 54 runs and 5 wickets. Hassan Ali, after doing well in the Pakistan domestic circuit, got a chance into the Pakistan team and made his presence absolutely felt there. And then it was Pakistan. This is at Pakistan closing on day 3 at 129 for 6. And if you look at the card there, they were, in fact, Lindy was the one who did the most of the damage, picking up 3 wickets. And definitely, let's all give credit to the bowler, George Lindy. He was injured. He had a problem with his fingers, but definitely showing a lot of courage there, coming there and bowling and picking some vital wickets. And Pakistan's openers continue to struggle. So the opening has been a big question mark for Pakistan. Imran Butt and Abid Ali have been failing consistently. And that has really put the pressure on the other batsmen. Azhar Ali made 33, was the highest scorer there till today. And definitely, I thought South Africa have done well. They have knocked up the wickets. Azam has been consumed for Maharaj by 8. Fawad Alam is gone for 12. Rizwan is there. Rizwan, you know, he's a wonderful batsman. Not out 28 with 3 boundaries. Fahim Ashraf has gone back to the pavilion. And Hassan Ali is right now in the center with Rizwan. As I said, Pakistan are leading by 200 runs. We are going to the 4th day at Rawalpindi. And definitely 200 runs is the lead for Pakistan. So they still have to get some. As I said, this pitch definitely there is definitely turn available and there is some variable bounce as well. But so definitely Pakistan will try to see if they could get as much runs as possible to give a target to the South Africans. But a real game on coming in on day 4 and day 5 at the Rawalpindi cricket ground in Pakistan in this test match. So 3 wickets, as I said. Lindy's figures very impressive. 9 overs, 5 maidens, 12 runs and 3 wickets. And take a bow, George Lindy. Being even injured, he comes there and definitely did a wonderful job there. So full credit to George Lindy, the left-arm spinner. Now we go on to West Indies versus Bangladesh. West Indies versus Bangladesh, a match really set up. This is the match which one is going to really watch, because there definitely an outcome is coming. It's a cracker of a final day coming up there at Chattogram in Bangladesh, where Bangladesh have set the West Indies a target of 395. 110 has been wiped off by the West Indies, and they require another 285 runs to win this particular test match. And let's have a look at the card there. So it was the West Indians who actually batted first. They were bowled out for 259. Brathwaite, the captain, leading from the front with 76 with 12 boundaries. 40 coming from Kyle Mayers on his debut. Blackwood contributed an aggressive 68. In fact, it was West Indies had everything under control, but that losing 5 wickets for 6 runs after the tea interval really put paid to their hopes as they were bowled out for 259. Joshua De Silva finally coming in, finally doing a good act there along with Jermaine Blackwood, making 42 with 3 fours and 1 6. 259 all out the West Indies. The bowling, Marius and Miraz amongst the wickets with 4 for 58 and 2 wickets apiece to Mustafizur, Taijul Islam, Naeem Hassan. Bangladesh replying with a big total of 430 runs, taking a big lead in this against the West Indies in the first innings. With West Indies with Bangladesh for Bangladesh. I'm just going to go back here because it was Bangladesh who actually batted first. They raised the score of 430, and the key feature here was Mehdi Hassan Miraj. This definitely surprising the West Indies, as West Indies thought they could be winding up the Bangladesh innings pretty quickly. It was not to be. Mehdi Hassan Miraj coming up with his mid-test century, 103. I mean, it was a charmed life. I mean, he had 3 chances in that particular innings. 103 with 13 boundaries for Mehdi Hassan Miraj. And other contributions coming from Shadman Islam, making 59, 26, and then so that was the big innings that Mehdi Hassan not only with the bat, and Jamal Warrican, the left-arm spinner for the West Indies, did a wonderful job. And we started seeing some turn on the pitch right away on the first day itself, as you would remember. Now, talking about the West Indies second innings, so the Bangladesh second innings, let's have a look at the Bangladesh second innings there. So, looking at the Bangladesh second innings, taking a very big lead against the West Indies, they declared the innings close at 223 for 8. I thought that was a very good declaration. Mominul Haq, who now has gone even past Tamim Iqbal for the number of centuries made. Can you believe it? 10 centuries under his belt. And you know, this particular Chattogram Stadium has been his happy hunting ground. He got probably 7th century in this particular ground. What a player! Mominul Haq, the captain, getting 115 with 10 boundaries, the principal scorer there, and Liton Das giving him company with 69, as it enabled the Bangladeshis to actually declare the innings closed at 223 for 8, thus setting the West Indians a target of 395. And the bowling, it was Rakeem Cornwall with 3, Jamal Warrican with 3, and the West Indies in their second leg were 110 for 3 at close of play. As I said, the match is absolutely set up. The final day coming up tomorrow should be a real cracker. 285 runs required more for West Indies to actually win this particular test match. And West Indies were 110 for 3. Mehdi Hassan Miraj amongst the wickets, taken all the 3 wickets to go. And right now, it is Shane who was out for 12. Bonner, who's looked very impressive, is not out on 15. Mayers is not out on 37. So the 2 debutants right now at the crease, it was Mayers and Bonner. And as you know, Mayers did well in the first innings as well, making 40 runs. So definitely still some batting to come. Jermaine Blackwood, Joshua De Silva, Cornwall, a lot of things still to come. So definitely West Indies will fancy their chances. 285 runs to get, absolutely gettable. But as we understand, it's the final day of the match, and we all know what happened on the final day. A lot of wear and tear on the pitch. There will be a lot of roughs created, and batting is not going to be easy. Let me tell you that the ball is turning. The ball is sometimes skipping low as well, and I think that is going to be a real battle. If West Indies can really get through that, that would be something great, one could say. Now, talking about the Big Bash League 2021, it's all done and dusted. The Sydney Sixers have been putting a wonderful performance. We had a sort of a real titanic clash happening between the Perth Scorchers and the Sydney Sixers, and Sydney Sixers have won the match by 27 runs. Sydney Sixers batted first, raising up 188 for 6, and as I said, James Vance, who has not been in favour of England, as you know, due to his inconsistent performance, has shown in this particular Big Bash League 2021 what is consistency. He has been playing some marvellous innings. He was named the player of the finals. He made 95 of 60 deliveries, which included 10 fours and 3 sixes. And one of the standout feature of this particular knock from James Vance was an inside-out cover, inside-out 6 over the covers, which was absolutely a standout shot from James Vance. What a player, absolutely an elegant player to watch, no doubt about it. Philippi was named the player of the Big Bash, and as you know, he has already booked his ticket to go to New Zealand. Other than that, not really going to talk about the 8 for 6 was what they raised on the board, and the Perth Scorchers fell short by 27 runs. The Perth Scorchers got a good start from Cameron Bancroft, and Liam Livingstone has been having a great BBL, 45, 35 deliveries that he smoked off, 3 fours and 2 sixes. In fact, they could not really I thought the credit will go here to the Sydney Sixers bowlers who did a wonderful job. Garcia's 3 for 37, 2 for 14 for Jackson Bird, 2 wickets apiece to Sean Abbott and Daniel Christian. Game over. As I said, the Big Bash League champions are Sydney Sixers for the third time. They have taken this particular title. And James Wins, player of the match, and Josh Philippe. Definitely, just before I go, I have to say something very sad, which I did not want to start at the beginning. Very unfortunately and very sadly, oh my word, I definitely have to share this with you, dear fans and subscribers. I mean, it's a breaking news, whatever you call it. A former West Indian fast bowler in the 80s named Ezra Mosley has passed away today at the age of 63. He was knocked down. He was involved in a collision, it seems, in his SUV, and he has died at the age of 63 in Bridgetown, Barbados. Very unfortunately, Mosley is someone. Ezra Mosley was an all-rounder. He was playing in the 1980s, and he was a Rebel member too. He accompanied the West Indies Rebel tour to South Africa, and very useful. Very useful. He also played against England. I remember Ezra Mosley, and as I said, he was a very slippery type of pace bowler, Ezra Mosley, and his batting was also an addition to him. But unfortunately, Ezra Mosley, and very sad to say, I think I'm going to talk about three passing away of cricketers here, I suppose. But I'm just trying to see the second one, which came earlier, was the former New Zealand all-rounder Bruce Taylor. Now, Bruce Taylor in Test history has a very unique achievement, and that unique achievement that Bruce Taylor has is basically he's a former New Zealand all-rounder. And at the age of 77, he passed away. And Bruce Taylor, I'm told, is one of the unique achievements in Test history, where he became he's the only player in the history of Test cricket to have taken 5 wickets and hit a century on his Test debut, and he did it against India at Eden Gardens. And I'm told he was a wonderful pace bowler. He could swing the ball both ways, and he was a very good batsman as well. And as I said, this is something. He's the only cricketer in the world, in Test history, to have made a century and also taken 5 wickets on Test debut. Oh, what a wonderful! And definitely, my thoughts are with Ezra Mosley's families there in Bridgetown, Barbados, and also with the former New Zealand player Bruce Taylor's family members as well, that he passed away. And I'm just looking at it, and very sadly to see that Ezra Mosley and also Bruce Taylor has passed away. Cricket has definitely become poorer there. I'm trying to see whether there is any other. And I know the Abu Dhabi T10 League is just on. It's a finals which is happening between Northern Warriors and Delhi Bulls. Delhi Bulls, I think it's been led by Dwayne Bravo. Northern Warriors is led by Phil Simmons. It's Simmons, Lendl Simmons. Sorry. And I'm trying to see whether there's any other news that I can share with you, dear fans, friends, subscribers. Please hang on. I'm trying to get on to some news here, and let's see what's the news. I did see some other news as well, which was coming in from Australia, but I'm just trying to confirm it that this has happened. Yes, I'm just trying to see here, like anything. Yes, I just wanted to talk about it. There is another sad news coming in the day of cricket. Very unfortunately, there are three players who have passed away in cricket today. One is Bruce Taylor, the former New Zealand all-rounder at the age of 77. Ezra Mosley, meeting with an accident at the age of 63. And Sam Gannon has also passed away, born in 1947, and he has died on February 5, 2021. Sam Gannon is from Australia. He was a right-handed batsman. Let's have a sort of an overview of this cricketer, Sam Gannon. I knew he was a left-arm fast medium bowler. He was in the 70s and 80s. He used to play for Australia. He played 3 tests yeah, he played only 3 Test matches. I definitely know that he made his debut against India. I do remember he made his debut against India. I do remember that. That was he played in the year 1977-78. Very unfortunate, as I said. We have 3 cricket players who have lost their lives. And as I said, my thoughts are with all the 3 cricketers' family members today on this day from my Cricket Happening show. Well, dear fans, friends, subscribers, I hope you all enjoyed this broadcast of mine. This being said, it is time to pull the wind-up button on my cricket show today and look forward to your great company once again when I meet you all tomorrow. That's on a Sunday. Definitely talking about all these 3 matches and probably talking about the outcome of the West Indies-Bangladesh match as well. Till such time, I see you on a Sunday. This is your host, Ram, bidding goodbye.